We're talking with Edgar Jackson of the Martin Luther King Jr. movement. Reverend Jackson, what is the purpose or the aims of the Martin Luther King Jr. movement?
Well, the aims of our movement is to reinstitute justice in certain communities in this city. We feel that the constitutional rights of citizens have been violated in certain communities in reference to beatings, in reference to being harassed, molested, while using public facilities such as the thoroughways, streets, White Castle, and all these places. People have been attacked in certain communities. We honestly feel that it is un-American. America is made up of people of every ethnic background, of every nation and nationality of the earth. And we feel that this kind of stupidity can only breed a society that would be totally un-American.
The aims of Martin Luther King movement are not racial.
No. We have people of every ethnic background that belongs to our organization and that march with us. And I personally wouldn't belong to a racist organization. I don't believe in racist organization. I don't believe it is.
That's not what I meant. I meant that the purpose is not integration or achieving the goals of the black community.
If you would say achieving the goals of the black community, we have so many things that we have to achieve. It's ridiculous, such as to get decent housing, etc. But we say that if a person doesn't sell his house, no one can take it. The park is there for all people. If a person doesn't want anyone to have his home, just don't sell it. And if he doesn't sell it, no one can get it. But we also, our position is when a person sells his home and someone buys it, regardless of their race, creed, or color, they shouldn't be harassed. Swastikas shouldn't be put on their homes. Their children shouldn't be chased around. And you might not know it, but children who have recently moved on the peripheral of that area, they are going to school way back over here on 43rd in Indiana, etc., because they fear to go to school in their own district because of this racist climate. And we hope to clear it up by the federal government, the city government, and state government taking the lead. It is not our job to secure people's rights in that particular park. It is not the King movement's job. It is the job of the United States government, the city government, and the state government. When Dr. King was marching across the nation, it wasn't his job. He did it as a moral thing, being a man of God, to try to point the issues up to the federal government so they would take the initiative. Only the city and federal government can solve it. We cannot solve it. But we want to point the issue up and let them know that this kind of issue will lead to more serious complications in the future if it is not cleared up.
But isn't it true that, for example, racial violence occurs not only in Marquetter Park, but all over the city of Chicago? What I have in mind is the recent incidents that occurred on 69th and Harvard during the big floods.
That was a criminal act. It was a criminal act of a criminal-minded person who attempted to extort $10, as it was reported, from a stranded motorist who happened to be white. We deplored. We went into that community. We had prayer. I was out all that night in water up to my waist as I returned from church. We rescued people of all races. And that incident, if I might add, the community people, little children, pointed out the culprit. And he is now in jail. Now, if he's found guilty, we hope he is punished to the fullest extent of the law. And we say that for all people, not only black or whatever. And it is ironic that in the Marquetter Park area, in the Gage Park area, Rainbow Beach and Foster Avenue Beach, no white person has pointed a finger at the people who would beat or throw bricks or attack or shoot black people. And we are saying that people who have some kind of moral values or who claim to be religious people, Christian, Catholic, Jew, whatever they be, must stand up in these communities and point out the culprits, point out the criminals who are attacking American peoples, regardless if they are naturalized citizens, if they were born in America, whatever. If they're immigrants and don't even have their rights yet, they shouldn't be attacked, and they have every right that every other American should have.
But isn't it true that, for example, the violence at Marquetter Park is of particularly racial nature, that attacks on the crime rate in the Marquetter Park is not known to be extremely high, and this violence is directed toward the blacks?
The violence was definitely directed toward blacks.
Doesn't that mean that there's some also some underlying issues involved in the whole incident, not merely a random attack on black people?
Well, as I heard you say, you were there. The attacks were not only directed at blacks, but were directed at Jews, any people who were in that march. They were attempted to assault any people. Now, not only Saturday, but if you would like to take a ride, I would go over there with you in that area now, because I'm not afraid. And we would be attacked or pointed out by some people, and they would throw bricks and bottles at us at this particular moment.
Now, talking about the issues, what was the purpose of your march into Marquetter Park?
The purpose was to defend, protect, and reinstitute the right of all American citizens to utilize the First Amendment of the Constitution, to have the freedom of the 14th Amendment, to use public facilities. There was a law passed in 1964 known as the Public Accommodation Law, where blacks would have the right to use parks, which we did not have a right to use in Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and other states, where blacks would have the right to ride on the bus where he saw fit, where blacks would have the right to vote, where blacks would have a right to go to the school which they preferred to go to. And we are saying these same issues are prevalent, but the issue in Marquetter Park is the right to use that park facility, the First Amendment.
Are you saying that the issues involved in Marquetter Park are almost identical to the type of issues which were involved in the South 10 or 15 years ago, use of public facilities?
They are the same and even more in-depth of a kind of terrorist kind of situation, because of the Nazis and the Ku Klux Klan, who are inciting and encouraging people to kill people.